The Tail Air from OBSBOT is a mix of PTZ streaming camera and vlogging camera, which is a rather unusual type of camera hybrid. The unit features a 23mm wide-angle lens, a 3.5mm mic input, and can record up to 30 FPS and 4K in H.265 with a bitrate of 80 Mbps. Picture profiles, exposure, and many other settings can be adjusted manually. Unlike a traditional streaming camera, the Tail Air can be fully controlled via the OBSBOT mobile app and doesn't necessarily require any cables, neither for power nor for image transmission. That's also why I would consider this a hybrid rather than a streaming-only device. It also supports NDI via Ethernet, RTMP and RTSP. The unit has a built-in battery which can be fully charged within 90 minutes via USB-C, but doesn't support fast charging. The average runtime is 90 minutes in 4K and 120 minutes in 1080p. When not just live streaming but also recording internally, the files are being saved onto a micro SD card. The device also features a micro HDMI port and supports NDI, which can provide higher video quality while streaming at a low latency. The highlight of the Tail Air is certainly the ability to fully control all functions and settings via the mobile app. As with other models from OBSBOT, the device supports Gesture Control 2.0, for example to trigger the video recording, activate subject tracking, but also zoom in. These features work well and should be an essential part of any PTZ camera these days. Worth mentioning is also the AI tracking mode, which works fully automatic, and an automated selections of scenes in a grid called AI Director Grids. The white balance can be set automatically and manually between 2000K and 10,000 Kelvin plus 4 color temperature presets. Additionally, the ISO can be set between 100 and 6400 to control the exposure manually as well as the shutter speed. The picture profile can be tweaked to reduce digital sharpening, contrast, and saturation. The image quality is good considering this camera is mainly meant to be used for streaming, which means the final image is hard to control. In well-lit environments, the image is clean and detailed, but even in minimal light, the image holds up pretty well without much noise or artifacts. I personally would also like to see the ability to adjust noise reduction to get a more organic look. Although it's possible to record in H.264 at 80 Mbps, I would highly recommend switching to H.265 to get the best compression. While the amount of shallow depth of field is subjective and debatable, the sensor still captures a good amount of background separation considering it's just a 1-inch type sensor. The speed and performance of the continuous autofocus hugely depends on the lighting, but it's possible to switch to single AF, which simply works as a touch focus when using the mobile app. Manual focus can also be set and will be displayed below the exposure settings, and this is ideal for up-close filming or for longer sessions where the subject doesn't move much. The audio from the internal microphone sounds good in close range with the ability to increase noise reduction.
Hello and welcome to today's presentation. This is an audio sample from the internal recording quality.
But it's possible to connect pretty much any type of microphone via the 3.5mm input. This is ideal for wireless microphone kits since the distance between the camera and the subject doesn't have any negative effect on the audio quality.
This is an audio sample using an external wireless microphone which is connected to myself as well as to the camera.
When connecting or disconnecting an external microphone, the app will even show an info on the screen, which is helpful to make sure the cable is properly plugged in. The Tail Air isn't easy to categorize since it can be used for content creation but also interviews and all kinds of stationary setups. But it's certainly an impressive piece of technology, especially the controls in the OBSBOT mobile app. This is not just a hybrid between PTZ streaming device and vlogging camera, but also a solid mix between well-working automatic modes and advanced manual controls. While the gimbal head delivers smooth motion, I would like to see a model in the future that could do a full 360-degree rotation. This is currently only possible with a charging base accessory. Other accessories include a smart remote controller and neutral density filters, which once again shows that OBSBOT focuses on professional video production. If you want to find out more about the OBSBOT Tail Air, make sure to follow the link in the video description below.